Hi everybody, this is Rachel from Rachel Loves Astrology, and I'm doing a video today on Mercury Retrograde and where it's happening for each of the signs. So this video will be on the water signs. So Mercury is the planet of communication, of transportation, and of our mental abilities. So when this planet goes retrograde, we see glitches and problems with computers, with electronics, with our email, with saving things on our drives, and with what we say to others. So we all have to take extra care during these Mercury retrogrades. They do happen 4 times a year, so we all just have to soldier through, and we've done it before, so I think we will make it. So Mercury naturally rules Gemini in the 3rd house. So Geminis always feel this a little bit more than others when Mercury goes retrograde. And if you have any heavy Gemini in your chart, if you have planets in Gemini, then you will feel Mercury retrograde a little bit more than others as well. So I'm going to go into the Mercury retrograde from April 21st to May 14th in the sign of Taurus. So Taurus just rules over our finances, our security, our valuables, and our values. So when Mercury goes retrograde in Taurus, we all have to keep an eye on those things. We have to watch our finances, watch our accounts, make sure there aren't faulty charges coming out. And that's just overall for everyone. But the water signs in specific, I'm going to go into where they need to watch a little closer right now. So we have Cancer. Cancer, your Mercury retrograde will be through your 11th house of friendships and social interactions and your charity work. So if you have plans with friends, they might go sour. You might need a rain check. You might think that you're doing something, disagree with what you're doing, and say something to your friends and get into an argument. You may have issues that you thought you put to bed with those friends of yours, and they come back up and you have to revisit whatever the issue was. So be careful and kind when you're communicating with your friends right now. You don't want to push them away because you're mad. You want to take some time and say what you mean, but say it in a way that can be, taken well. Don't open your mouth and insert your foot with your friendships. And this can also affect your charity work. So if you're doing any or planning any charities for the future, definitely put them in action after May 14th when Mercury goes out of retrograde. Otherwise, plans are going to get dropped. Plans are going to be mixed up. It's not going to be what you expected. Scorpio, your 7th house of partnership is going to be affected by this retrograde. So you and your partner might be butting heads, okay? Watch what you say. You're going to be sleeping on the couch. So be extra careful, take extra care with your partnership. And this can be at work as well, a work partnership, not just, your marriage partnership. But either way, take extra care, be extra kind with what you have to say, and any disagreements you have, definitely, communicate in a soft way. Think about how others might feel right now with what comes out your mouth. And, if you're making plans for dinner, a nice dinner date on the town with your lover, unfortunately, they might fall through. You might, if you're planning on dating someone right now, dates might go, not the way you thought they would. So it's not a great time to start a partnership. It's not a great time to get married during Mercury retrograde. It's, weather won't work with you. The plans that you have with people coming, the cake will fall over, just like all these weird mishaps, like it says the wrong name on your cake, that sort of thing can happen. So now's not the time to get married. I don't recommend it. But if you have to, just pay close attention to what you're signing and pay close attention to who you're hiring. So that's the 7th house. Oh, law is actually, Libra's the sign of the scales. So, you may see some issues with any law, legal issues you've had in the past. They may pop up again that you thought were resolved. So just make sure that what's in the past was really in the past. And if it isn't, definitely get a good lawyer. But finding a lawyer might be an issue now. So again, May 14th. Pisces, Your third house is going to be affected by this retrograde. This house is actually the house that Gemini resides in, so you might be a little more affected by this retrograde because of that. So your communication, your electronics, your computer might really go on the fritz. Your ability to speak in a kind and caring way may go right out the window when you're mad. So be careful what you're saying to others, how you're saying it. If you're sending the right email to the right person, especially in this situation for you in the third house, you have to pay attention to all of that. Definitely take a look at your relationship with your siblings. That's also ruled by the third house. Make sure that if you're communicating with them, planning with them, that you all are on the same page. Write it down correctly in your calendar. And when you're speaking, if you have arguments with them, definitely take time to say you're sorry later, okay? Because you're gonna, say things you probably shouldn't right now. Be careful. Third house also rules transportation. Naturally, Gemini and the Mercury retrograde can always affect transportation for us all, but especially you Pisces right now, because it is in your third house of transportation. Make sure the air is in your tires. Make sure your tires aren't flat. Make sure your gas is in your car before you get going on a trip. Make sure that your oil change is done, okay? Because your car could break down. So, and be careful for accidents, because they can happen as well with Mercury retrograde in the third house. So, all right, that's all I got for the water signs. So I hope this helps you prepare and make it through. And I hope you find something valuable here. And please like and subscribe to my page if you do. Thank you.